Okay, so look, you want to see the best book I've ever read in my life? It's going to be quite subjective, but The Way of the Superior Man by David Data. Now, why is this book so pivotal in my life? Is because it taught me when I first read this book and I finished it, my mind was just like, how come we never learned this in school? How come like even some of our own family members didn't even teach us this stuff? What it means to be a superior man, like the title says. So what is it exactly about? It's just about how to be the best version of yourself as a man, but also it goes over like how to with the opposite gender. But we're not gonna go over that now. What we are gonna go over is the masculine tips and tricks. So if you're a young guy watching this, I think this could really help you. And get the book if you can. So just a bit of a backstory. Before I got the book, I wasn't in a good spot mentally and physically, maybe even spiritually. Like I was meditating, but not as much as I do now. I was very inconsistent with it. I wasn't really hitting the gym as hard as I could. My health was just off, and my mood would just go up and down. So that even if the littlest thing really tested my patience and made me angry, that would kind of ruin the whole day, and that's not the way you want to operate. I also had a bit of anxiety as well before reading the book. And if you take poor diet, poor exercise, poor habits and routines, and poor mindset, it's not a very fun time, right? It's not very fun. So after reading this book, there were a few lessons I learned that I really wanted to share with you on this video. And the first one is every superior man has a purpose. Now, purpose is not a woo-woo word at all. It's not very woo. All it means is a goal, an end point you're trying to work towards, and that could be your passion. It could be starting a business. It could be, I'm gonna try and think of more examples outside of just business. It could be like being a world-class athlete one day. It could be trying to be a successful rapper. That's your purpose, because now you might be asking, what if I don't know my purpose? Well, go find it now. Go find it as soon as possible. This is the most important thing I think the book talks about. It's gonna give you that direction, that focus, that pinpoint focus that you need as a young man more than ever, because the world's full of distractions. It's social media, the news. You're just going to be reacting to how life wants you to react, and you don't want that to happen. As I said earlier, that should be your number one priority. And this purpose, whatever it may be, your passion, you got to place that at the top of priority list. This should be the thing that you're working towards. So even you should put it above women. And this is another issue I see young guys struggling with, is they just chase women, and that's all they focus on. How many women can I get? Is this girl thinking about me? Bro, you got bigger things to focus on. Put that at the top of your list. Women should be like down here. Your purpose should be at the top of the list, my guy. Okay, so find it now. And ways I suggest finding the purpose is a lot of meditation, where you just sit and just watch your thoughts in your head and don't do anything. Don't do anything for a couple of minutes, or hours, if that's how you want to go. And then what you'll notice is, as you're watching these thoughts, you're going to find golden nuggets and bits of pieces in your train of thought that could actually help you find your own purpose. Another thing is just educating yourself. And I think something more important than that is just doing a lot of stuff. Try different stuff and see, because you never know if you're gonna like it or not. You're never gonna know if you're gonna like it or not without trying it. So try a lot of different stuff. If you've always wanted to play football, go join the football team. go join the football team. If you want to play basketball, do that as well. If you want to paint, try that. Why not? No one's stopping you. The only person stopping you is yourself. So go paint. Just try a bunch of stuff. So number one, find your purpose. The second thing that this talks about, this book, is a 101 guide on how masculine energy works and how feminine energy works. Now, just to talk on it briefly in this video, masculine energy is all about drive, purpose, doing things. The feminine energy is more about receiving, reacting. Now, I know there are anomalies, like you can get masculine women, and we're not going to get into that. I'm just going to keep this short. Feminine energy is more like emotional and it's free-flowing. That should give you a clue as to what your role as a superior man should be. You should be consistently improving yourself. That should be your number one goal, and getting closer to that purpose that you've always wanted to achieve. Using that masculine energy to drive you forward. Think of both of these energies like a river. The water, the river, is the feminine energy because it just flows, it goes with the flow, and the masculine energy is the river bank. Is the river bank on either side controlling the flow. And this also explains why one second your girl is happy and she's obsessed with you, you know, if you have a girlfriend, she's obsessed with you, she loves you, and then like 2 seconds later she turns and she just goes ballistic, and it seems to you like, what, there's no reason for it, but that's just how the feminine energy works. It's free flowing, it'll react, it will do whatever it wants, and your job as a man is to not control it, but don't get affected by it. You're going to be the riverbank who's not going to get fazed by that free flowing energy. Your role as a man is just to be cool, rational, logical, and have drive. Now, it's not to say, don't get it confused with suppressing your emotions and not showing your emotions. Of course you can. Don't let it take over, so that if you've been itching to do something like start a YouTube channel, but you're feeling nervous, you're going to get past that and say, look, I am feeling nervous, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not going to let this control me. I think one more thing to just talk about is to don't shy away from criticism. It's going to be your best friend along this self-improvement journey. And especially find people who will tell you things as they are, who aren't going to sugarcoat. You know, when you make a mistake or do something you know you shouldn't be doing, they're going to call you out on it, no questions asked. They're not going to be yes men. I'd rather be alone than be surrounded by yes men. And that's just me. Why? Because I don't want to be, as like every single day I start to realize that criticism has helped. Every time I've gotten criticism, yes, I may react badly to it, but after that I'll get over it and then just see how I can use this to my advantage and tell me where the gaps are in my character. So I suggest finding that one like masculine friend or father figure who is just going to tell you things as they are, keep you accountable, or like a mentor, just keep you accountable and call you out whenever you're not doing stuff. Now, another thing to touch on about this book is one of the lessons in this book was know what makes you unique, know what you're good at. And in this book they call it know your edge and don't fake it. Every single person on this planet has something they're good at or something that makes them completely unique from the next person. But what society has taught us is to hide it and to fit in with the masses. No. This book emphasizes on finding what you're good at. So if there's something you're naturally good at, but you think it's a bit weird, drop that thought and show the world that you have that trait that you're naturally good at. Just know what makes you unique, know what makes you special, and just be real with yourself. Be real with yourself and be authentic. Because there's 8 billion people in the world, and then if you just try and hide that thing that makes you special, if you just hide that thing that makes you different, no one is going to remember you. You're going to just be another statistic. If you want to be that, that's completely fine. But I imagine you clicked on this video because he wanted to know more about the book and become a superior man. And I'm not saying I'm a superior man, no. I'm far from it. I've got a long way to go. But do I have the desire to become one? Yes. So again, the book is called The Way of the Superior Man. Go get it right now if you haven't yet, and it'll probably change your life. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching.